Well, here we go again. 37.6% of you still have not hit that subscribe button. Come on, guys. We got to get to 100K somehow. Super easy, all right? Smash a little crap out of it. All right, so we're back at it again. I got to go talk about Maxx yet again. So yesterday over here, when all the 10 leaks were happening, we saw that the shiny black C got a super upgrade. All right, well, that sent off the first alarm. I guess. All right, that sent off the first alarm to some people. Like, it's got C in the name. Oh, people. I crap you not, because this is actually what happened. Okay, so that was the first semi-alarm, and then the other alarm was, oh my god, Crossout Designator's here. Oh my god, oh guys, Maxx's coming back. Maxx's coming back. It's right there. All right, it's written on the card. All right, Crossout Designator does not have the subtext on the card that says that Maxx is coming back. That's not how this works. Right? Right, guys? Right? Like, so I'm sitting here yesterday watching people go ham shit Coco's crazy out here because Crossout Designator coming to the TCG now means that Maxx can come back. And that was some of the logic that was put forth to me. You guys following this? Because this is what we've been seeing. So yesterday afternoon, infinite copies. I saw Maxx moving from the supers from the ultras, and I talked about this morning on Market Watch that while the ulties might not be or seeing movement right now, the lower copies of Maxx are moving. And it's all because Shiny Squatter got a super print. I still can't believe that Shiny C was a trigger to some people going, oh my god, it's coming. And then, you know, you think the main thing would be like the nobleman, but I can't fathom this. Okay. Yesterday I read a discussion on Twitter talking about Maxx coming back to the format and how it could be an equalizer to slow down the game. But the thing that people don't understand with Maxx is Maxx creates these windows in game states where you're forced to stop your turn on what looks like incomplete boards. And in a situation where both players have a Maxx, well, you get the game back to your turn. And it's clear that people that haven't played in Maxx formats, I'm not going to say don't necessarily understand the impact on Maxx, but as we go further down the pipeline of time here, you know, all these players keep looking at Maxx and go, well, this card's really good fundamentally, right? And I agree. If you read Maxx on paper, holy shit! Does it seem like a powerful card that would inherently slow down the game, right? All right, well, now we got to look at the semantics of this, though. Because the card forces you to end on a subpar board, so you open up your 5-card hand. You're like, oh, this is really good. You play your first card, your opponent Maxx sees you. Now you have to make a decision as a player, do I end on a subpar board, or do I give my opponent 8 new resources, 2 to 3 new resources to end on, like, what, 1 negate? Well, now your opponent's drawing for turn. Now their hand's, 8, 9 cards? So now you've ended on a subpar board. You've been punished for no real reason, just to give your opponent more resources, just so that you couldn't end on a game state where it didn't feel, your deck didn't get the chance to do what it does. And that's where the issue comes in. You're giving your opponent more resources inherently playing a combo deck. Now, as a control player, I'm not entirely all, happy that combo exists, but I can tell you right now that inherently Maxx is horrible for the game's design because of that maximum draw clause that it can get. Now you can get into some degenerate situations where you can deck your opponent out, or like that's where the Colossal Fighter shenanigans were coming in the OCG in the Sword Soul deck. That way you just be like, oh, you Maxx'd me. Well, I'm just going to ram my Colossal Fighter, take 100, 200 every swing, and now since you Maxx'd me, now you're going to draw 40 cards off of my battle interaction here, and you're just going to have a really bad time. Like, situations like that can occur because of this. But tell me, honestly, why does a situation for a player going first, why does that player deserve to lose because the opponent opened Maxx? Well, okay, yeah, so you have the argument here that's like, oh my god, like, oh, well, you know, like, I lose to Ash Blossom, I can lose to other hand traps. That's true. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you, but Maxx does so much more than just that. It's the invisible. You can set up, you can play through Maxx. You can take the Maxx challenge. And this is where the issue with, I think we come in with the new players here, and I'm not dogging on any of you, all right? You know, sometimes you just kind of have to experience things for the learning experience to get, oh, well, it's not good, you know, play 100, 200 games of Maxx, and you'll kind of understand that, you know, the card does more than what's written on it. Now the card says, okay, well, you can draw cards, but now the underlining effect here that this has created is now deck building has to be, you know, changed to amount to this. You know, you have to play, you know, crossout designators and things to counter this. Now, not only that, you need to make sure that you can end on a semi-acceptable board. And it's just a whole wide range of things. And, you know, with the subtext written here that says either play into Maxx or lose, give your opponent more resources so that they can play the game against you. No. That's not going to happen. Inherently, since Maxx has been removed from the game, I personally think that things have been a lot better. Yeah, combo reigns supreme here. Yeah, and I understand that while Maxx does effectively help the lower class decks, I mean, hey man, like, you can play Salamangreat, you can play like Nordics, you can play Nordics. We'll go with that for an example. You can go for Nordics if you draw Maxx, alright, and you draw like 8, 9, 10 cards, you're playing going second build, you, go around, you draw your Dark Rule of No More now, for example, as you've gone through this entire thing. Now you've got like this 14, 15 card hand and a free Dark Rule of No More to clear your opponent's board if they choose to play through it. Alright, but that's only one bad example here of playing a lower class tier deck in order to counteract that. So, while we do have the ever so loving Crossout Designator here, and I still don't understand how Shiny Squatter here indicates that Maxx is coming back on the next list. I'm never going to understand that. Where I'm sitting right now, Maxx does not have a place in our game. As somebody that's lived through the Maxx formats, who played against one Maxx, if you want to argue that, most people look at Maxx as a 0 or 3 card, you can argue, well, Maxx can come back to 1. Now you're just pressuring it even more as a luck sack card at this point, because now you're going to be mad when your opponent hits you with the one of. Alright, like, maybe from not like the casual perspective, you'd be like some of the time, but not all of the time. But I can tell you at like the highest tier caliber, having Maxx legal in the game is the most frustrating thing ever, especially as a solid one of. Alright, players will literally screech when they see it because it's, as a one of, it's uncounterable 95% of the time. Well, especially with Called by the Grave at 1 here. If you want to see Maxx back, you got to move Called by to probably 2 and allow triple Crossout, but that feels really bad. So, as of right now, stop. I don't think Maxx is coming back. I don't think that the TCG is going to go through something as crazy as that, especially since our metagame has pretty much been based around the whole fundamental concept at this point that, you know, we want players to be able to play their decks. We don't want that punishing underlying clause here. Especially, like I said, when a card does more than is written on it, that's never a very healthy thing for the game. So, hey, every ban list season, we always see the same thing. And I'm not saying that, like, Crossout Designator or Shiny Squatter were the main contributing factors to this, but wee woo. Alright, when you have 3 things that are sending people into a tipsy-turvy craze fest here, it's absolutely hilarious to me. So, did you guys buy out Maxx? Were you guys expecting for this? Maybe someday it'll come back. No, I highly doubt that. Alright, so guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys really think that Maxx is really that good for the game? Because from where I'm sitting and when I've played in those formats, it is not very fun to be dealing with Maxx. Alright, you might think that it's a game equalizer, but it really is an unfair, pleasant experience to deal with. And modern era players, I don't think really understand that. So, see your beautiful faces back here later, and there's some more Qualls content. Peace, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.